What's up guys, it's Mike with Shallow Reefing coming back at you with another video, and today got a couple problems with the tank. So let's jump in really quickly because I am on baby duty. Yep, so Spencer's right here waiting for me to get this video done, so let's do this quickly, right Spencer? Yes, mommy doesn't know that you're with me in here. She thinks I'm playing with you on the mat, but we'll get this done quick. Problem number one, I have a little red cyano going on. You can kind of see that there's this film or gunk. I don't really know what it is down in here. Not quite sure. I know, Spencer, it's irritating to me too. So I'm gonna use some ChemiClean and see if this works. You guys have already seen my last video with ChemiClean, so I don't think I need to run through everything. Follow the directions on the back. Make sure you increase the aeration, so put some air stones in there, whatever, and make sure you use fresh carbon at the very end. You're going to have to make sure that your protein skimmer doesn't go haywire, so my skimmer is just dumping into the sump. Alright, got my aeration going on both sides. I'm just keeping it in the frag tank here. I don't think I really need it in the main display. I might angle up some of the power heads to get some more surface agitation, but besides that, that's all I'm doing for aeration. And problem number two, can you see all this salt creep here? That is not a good sign. If you see salt creep like this around your aquarium, it usually means there's a leak. Now, I think I've isolated where it could be. So I think it is coming from this bulkhead here. If we could ever get to it. There we go. So you can kind of see how there's some salt around there. I've been kind of cleaning it off. So I know that it's coming from this bulkhead. I have tightened it up 2 extra times. I'm not sure why it's kind of like loose on there. I never had a problem with my other bulkhead when I had my 10-gallon aquarium, but this is where I'm 99.9% sure that all this like salt creep is coming from. So I can't tighten it up anymore because I'm kind of afraid I might bust the tank at this point. I might clean up the area, give it just an eensy bit more of a turn, and then I'm going to drop the water level and use some aquarium sealant, 100% silicone. Now I was gonna get a giant GE tube, but man, I don't need like a 20-ounce can. This is like 3 ounces. I'm just gonna use this and hopefully everything works out well. I'm just gonna seal it nice and tight and pray to the fish gods that nothing happened. It's also 4th of July weekend, so got family coming in town, so the tanks are gonna be on the back burner, so let's hope I can get this done real quick, or else, oh god, I don't want to know what could happen if I don't get this right. So let me get this started with everything. All right, the last thing of ChemiClean is going in. Everything should be good to go. Now let's clean this other tank up, and hopefully none of the salt creep will come out, or salt water is going to come out the 20-gallon in the future. All right, so I siliconed all the way around the back drain, the 1-inch bulkhead, and I have cut off the pump for like 20 minutes just to like let the silicone seal. Now the thing is, I had tightened it up and no water was really coming from it, so all this residual residue that was down here that I cleaned up must have been from the water that was already down there, kind of seeping through slowly. So yeah, I don't know if you can see down the sides right there. Yeah, I can't get in back there to clean it up, so it's probably just gonna stay there. Oh well. So one of the problems I have maybe fixed, we'll see. I'll be updating this, so I have like 48 hours until this ChemiClean goes into effect and, you know, starts kicking all this stuff up and cleaning this out. So right now I'm just in the wait and see phase. It's been about 2 hours since I put ChemiClean in. This hasn't really started, you know, moving anything off the ground. So, you know, I'll come back maybe tomorrow after 24 hours and see what all has been done with ChemiClean. And there's Spencer, up from his other nap. He didn't sleep very well, but this is how you parent with a fish tank. Kind of just have him chill while you do videos and stuff. Hey buddy, are you about ready to get out of this? Probably. Yep. Alright guys, so it's been 53 hours. ChemiClean says it takes 48 hours to, you know, get everything going, and then after that do a water change. So let's see what 53 hours looks like. I honestly can't tell much of a difference at all. So after the first, you know, 24 hours, I did like a 220-gallon dose on the tank and nothing was happening. So I did another 40-gallon dose like after the 24 hours. And then a couple hours later, I was like, I still don't see anything. I remember it in the past, it had, you know, really done a good job after only a couple hours. So then I did another 40-gallon dose. So I was at a 300-gallon dose for this 220-gallon system. Now, I will say I did use older chemically that had already been opened before. So I don't know if, you know, maybe something happened with it, but I don't have any carbon in the system. You know, skimmer is on, the whatchamacallit, the bubblers are going and everything like that. I'm at a loss for why, you know, this is really showing up as not really effective right now. So because I'm not really happy with the results of this, and there's still like, there's a little cyano down in here, and you can kind of see like some hair algae that might be growing. I don't know, it's just kind of funky in the sand bed. So what I'm going to do is, of course, just a water change and siphon out the sand bed and hopefully get a bunch of it out. So I'm going to do a 20-gallon water change and call it a day for that. Maybe I'll do a 30-gallon water change. You can kind of see how some of this stuff is starting to lift up, but overall, ChemiClean hasn't really worked too well with me this time around. I'm not quite sure why. I'm not dosing any bacteria or anything, so don't know. I don't know why. On a positive note, I have not had any leak down here. I need to kind of get some of the salt out, but I mean, there's been no new salt creep, nothing that has popped up. So I would say that, let's see, can you guys even see that? My little silicone job right around in here. Yep, that's actually worked. So 2 problems and I solved 1. Maybe I'm about to solve the second one with a bunch of siphoning out the sand bed. It's way more work than just ChemiClean and then just kind of clean it, but I do need to do the sand bed. I haven't done the sand bed in about 2 months. Oh no, my son just took off his diaper. This terrible toddler has now taken his diaper off, and now we have to be a parent and put it back on. I'll be right back. And it is now the next day after I siphoned out everything, and I couldn't really use the gravel vac honestly because like these little clumps here were almost like a mat, and I had to take the gravel vac off that end and just use the straight up hose to get the suction to pull it all out. So I kind of lost a little bit of sand with it, but overall it's done way better. I'm about to go and test my phosphates, nitrates, just do all my levels just to kind of see exactly where I'm at after that big water change and using ChemiClean. Obviously with, you know, using ChemiClean, it does slow down your uptake of calcium and alkalinity. So I would suspect that most of this stuff is going to be a little bit higher than what my normal levels are, but let me get into that in the next hour. That way I do it around the same time every day. Alright, so after a round of testing, I found my alkalinity at 8.1, calcium at 410, magnesium 1410, nitrate at 2.3, and my phosphate at 0.09, and salinity at 35.1. I could probably use a little more calcium in the system and maybe a little bit more nitrate, but I haven't fed the fish yet, so I know the nitrate will definitely increase once I start feeding the fish. And overall, I don't really think I need to adjust anything too much. What do you think, Spencer? Think I need to do anything? You're just gonna sit there looking up at the sky. So overall, I would say that I did, you know, solve my 2 problems in the reef tank. I'm just gonna stay the course for now and see what happens. Eventually, I'm gonna add kalkwasser into the mix just to kind of increase my calcium and alkalinity, because 2-part, I'm going through so much 2-part every single day. I believe it's 95 milliliters a day. And if I could just kind of offset that a little bit with that nice kalkwasser reactor that I got from the calc store that I got from Wayne, everything will be good. Alright guys, so if you stayed this long in the video, I have a couple more things I need to do with the reef. One of them is to kind of stop all this coral warfare going on right in here. You can kind of see I hacked it to bits, and this coral was taking over my Garf bonsai, which is a no-no. I'm not going to let that happen. And I'm going to try to cover some of that coral that I took off over here. There's still some, you know, remnants of it, and it's going to kind of make its way up on the rock and start hitting my strawberry shortcake, which I am not wanting to happen. Same thing over here. That same coral, it just kind of encrusts and grows everywhere, is right next to my Walt Disney and in between my Walt Disney and my Calitor, and I don't really want that there anymore, so I'm going to definitely kind of cover it with some putty or something. Other than that, this tank is on, you know, easy mode right now. It's just kind of cruising along, doing its own thing, and hopefully, you know, I can just keep up the success. My frag tank is so full. Oh, I mean, you can't see the glare. But I do have one idea that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it involves one of my friends. So I'll let you know if this idea comes to fruition. So hopefully she sees this video and makes my thumbnail, and then you'll be seeing what we're doing in the next video. I'll see you guys next time.